Another sentry droid. The mercenaries must be using them to locate us. There's probably another patrol nearby. I always feel a sense of calm when I walk the surface of Telos. The Ithorians are truly amazing in their work.
The Force is strong here. Whether Chodo and his herd has anything to do with that is another matter. Can you feel anything? That is good. As a breeze may swiftly turn to a gale, you are slowly beginning to be reopened to the Force.
Quiet. There's a large mercenary patrol up ahead. If we move carefully along the perimeter, we may be able to get by without their spotting us. We could cross along the shore, or head along the cliffs to the south.
أنت سكريم صوتشي نور تهرم بين شوك ونديدو دونينا شيوا كوتا وين نوسو كوبا بوتا
There's the landing pad. There should be a computer terminal I can access from there. Looks like we're gonna have to fight our way there, though. Look sharp.
What do we have here? The Jedi. Saves us the trouble of looking for you. Corin Falk did say you were dangerous. Maybe he does know what he's talking about. Fault hired me to keep everyone out of the restoration zone. You in particular. A grenade with your name on it, Jedi. Attack!
Hopefully I'll be able to access the shield network from this console. Good, it's functional, and my passcodes still work. Now let's find your ship. The TSF probably thinks the ship was put down in the wastes, but they don't know the planet as well as I do. Telos' atmosphere has been turned into acidic vapor. Landing a ship in the wastes would be like sealing it in a hangar full of hungry Minocs. So that means there's probably an unsanctioned landing site somewhere on the planet, still shielded, but not a restoration zone or other listed facility. That's why I need access to the shield network. Here, a small anomaly in the shield network's power grid. I'm not surprised the TSF didn't spot this. It's subtle, more like an error or random flux than anything suspicious. It looks like power is being drawn to generate a shield over a small area in the polar region, but nothing should be down there. Orbital cameras show nothing, just an empty mesa.
We should investigate this. I feel this is the best bet of finding the Ebon Hawk.
That's a little tougher. According to the computer, a shuttle is currently docked inside the research facility. At least there was at last report, though that was months ago. I don't, but that's not going to stop me. I'm getting back to Citadel if I have to build a new ship myself. There's one other small problem. Recently, Zerka teams that were sent into the military facility have not been coming out. But it's not as though we have any choice. This arm of mine isn't just for show, General. Stand back. The Zerka mercenaries were a little surprised when I broke my way out of my holding cell. The shields there were even weaker than these. After you. there she is, one orbital shuttle. Looks like it's in serviceable condition. That's all a moot point, though. The hangar bay doors are closed. I don't fancy flying the shuttle through solid metal, so I'd say we need to find a way to get them open. We'll also need to find the ignition codes for the shuttle, or else we'll have some trouble getting off the ground. If we get all that, I wouldn't worry about what shape this heap is in. I'll get it running.
Tawancha morichiwa mufalawa nibo kawana bota yunta tanga kinamator tonata biast via jichowat Great King no
have grown strong in the Force. I can feel its touch upon you. Do not let the higher mysteries blind you to others. I have seen you display many acts, even if it weakens those you help. Even you have been chased. Then you have learnt nothing from such small things. From aiding them gives you strength by taking on their challenges. And I would view the one... So you may think.
Felt it too, my lord. A disturbance in the Force. It was difficult to make out, my lord. At first it was such a quiet thing. I did not notice it, but now I wonder if it has always been there. I merely could not hear it before. The sound built so slowly, yet when you listen for it, you can make out the strains, even over the background life of the universe. Do you feel it as if... You are the darkness in which all life dies, my lord. All life exists to feed your power, and my life is yours. I beg you, please. Let me die. Yes, this disturbance echoes through the Force. I can follow it to its source and bring it to you.